I'm filling up my CPAP machine and it's fucking dripping everywhere.
You have a CPAP machine?
Oh, I've been trying out my dad's. Yeah, you
Oh,
know
okay.
this. My dentist. I went to the dentist and they said, for my regular cleaning a while ago, and they were saying that uh my teeth are showing signs of excessive grinding in my sleep.
Oh, you gotta wear like a mouth guard or something.
Yeah, so I've been wearing a mouth guard, but they said that that's usually a sign of sleep apnea because if you grind your teeth trying to open your airways,
That's when you like
um,
stop breathing in the middle of the night.
yeah, yeah, you stop breathing for
Yeah,
short
my dad
periods.
has that condition too, so maybe I'll need to get one later in life.
It's worth getting checked out. So they want me to do. I'm going back day after tomorrow to get my crown put on for the tooth that I had the root canal, and then they said they want me to sign up for a sleep study after that. So
Okay,
they'll be able to
sick.
get me.
Yeah,
They'll be able to
sick.
get me my own CPAP, but I've been trying my dad's because he hates it and doesn't want to use it. So I've been using it for the last few weeks, and I don't know. I feel like I'm still waking up a lot in the night, but I feel like my sleep quality is better when I have it on.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I wake up, sleeping the same amount of time. I feel like it's more restful. I feel like it's a deeper sleep. So I think it's worth using.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mouth guard actually. I thought the mouth guard would be really annoying, but I actually kind of like it. Like I didn't realize how much I was grinding my teeth and how much it does kind of make my jaw and my teeth hurt. Like, but with the mouth guard, I wake up and I don't know, my teeth don't hurt.
That's good. Yeah, teeth hurting. That
My
sucks.
jaw would hurt. Yeah, I would wake up. I never even realized that my jaw was like sore when I woke up, but it is. And with the mouth guard, it's so much better. So
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just kind of get used to it. I guess you just think, oh, that's life. It's just another day, another morning with the sore jaw.
yeah, your face just hurts when you wake up, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, something like
You
that.
get to be you get to be old and your face just hurts when you wake up.
Yeah, I mean, what did they do back in the day? Nothing. Maybe they put like a chueca in your mouth or something.
Right? Someone must have figured out, put something chewy in your mouth to stop you from grinding your teeth.
Hmm.
But then you choke if you
Probably
accidentally
like
swallow
someone's
it.
wife, you know? Like, how can you notice that in your own sleep?
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, Sarah told me that I snore a little bit, which I didn't think I snored at all, but she was like, "No, you snore like noticeably." So, that's a sign of sleep apnea.
Oh, okay, yeah. I heard
Well,
I
that's
snore too, so
yeah.
maybe I'll get it checked out next time I'm at the doctor's.
Well, what snoring is it's your airway closing on you, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
your windpipe is forced closed by whatever reason. It happens to people that are overweight because your fat is literally pushing down onto the neck muscle. And then it happens to people that are smokers or have weak lungs because they aren't pushing enough pressure out of their lungs to keep their windpipe open. Like when you're awake, you're doing it consciously or
Yeah,
subconsciously.
yeah.
Like but the muscle stays tense because like you're awake and your body can regulate it. But when you're asleep, your body can't regulate it and the muscle relaxes and your windpipe closes. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what snoring is, you trying to breathe, but your windpipe is closed. So what the CPAP machine does is it pushes air through your mouth and through your nose. The one I have is just through the nose. It doesn't cover the mouth, but it pushes air back into your mouth, into your windpipe, and forces your windpipe to stay open, so you don't snore.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and you just breathe better. You don't wake up like people that have severe sleep apnea. Sometimes wake up like literally their brain is aroused like 50 times an hour, like once every minute they're waking up.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's fucking crazy, and people don't even realize, like you wouldn't even know because you don't fully wake up, but it's like you're never really asleep fully.
Yeah, yeah, and then you just don't feel rested.
Exactly. You sleep for 12 hours and you still feel like shit, which has happened to me before. So
I don't know
I'm
about
interested
once
to
a
see.
minute, but like my dad, he had like his watch on or something. I said like he was waking up like 50, 60 times in the night. So that's maybe
Hmm.
over 8 hours. I feel like that's once every 3 or 4 minutes, but not. I can see it being once a
Something like
minute.
that. Yeah, it's at least like 10 times an hour. So I think that's my dad was like 15 times an hour when they did it on him. So, I mean, that's crazy. Once every 4 minutes you're waking up, like, that's not good.
Yeah, 10 times an hour is once every 6 minutes. But yeah, could be more than
Yeah,
60 times.
easily. Yeah. It's crazy. Like that. When you think about it that way, like, that's so bad.
Yeah, and you just
So,
stop breathing basically.
yeah, that happens too. My brother will do this. Like, he doesn't really snore, but what he'll do is maybe once or twice an hour, he'll take a huge deep breath, like, and then he'll stop breathing for like 20 or 30 seconds.
Oh
Like, it's
yeah,
really,
he's probably
really
got like
weird.
apnea too.
That is, yeah. I mean, the definition of apnea is, pnea, like pneumonia or pneumatic, is breathing. So it's not breathing, is the definition of the word.
Yeah, that's apnea for sure.
Yeah. So
He might need a
uh,
machine too, and he's a little
he might.
heavy.
Yeah, he definitely is. He would be well served to lose weight once he's done with football. He's gonna have to because he's definitely overweight.
Yeah,
But he's
it's good shape for linemen. You could like blow a knee out, so it's better to have extra weight on you.
right. He's perfect. He's like the perfect lineman build. He looks like a little
GFCIFCI
miniature
says
NFL
strong and
offensive
strong
lineman.
bots available. Own kick,
I hate to
com,
say
com.
miniature, but he's like 5'11". Like he's tall, but he's not like NFL lineman tall.
Yeah, you need to be tall as hell for NFL linemen.
Yeah, he needs about another 6 inches to really be NFL size. It does. I feel bad for him because if he was like 6'5", he would be playing at Georgia or Alabama. Like he's so technically good, and he works so hard.
I was thinking about it, like Max is just wasting his height. 6'7".
He really is.
And he's what is he doing? Working at Home Depot? Like if he locked in, like maybe you go to a D2, D3 college, just that takes you
Uh
just
huh.
because your height. You eat like 10 scoops of protein a day, and then try to get like at least to a 400 squat. You can make it to the NFL, like a
Absolutely.
walk on something. But
Well, he played in college in Canada, and he just again, like you say, he just didn't try. Like he just didn't care,
yeah, I don't
and
know. Maybe too many smokies or drinkies.
quite possible
Yeah,
too
he's not.
much partying.
Yeah, you gotta make it to the
But
league and then start the partying. Once you get
exactly, make some money first,
Yeah, once you get like 100, 200K a game, then you can party.
then you're balling. Yeah, but he was playing for like one of the best colleges, and it's like he said it's like the equivalent of Alabama for like Canadian college football, Concordia University.
Yeah, absolute waste.
It really is. Like you couldn't do a push up in high school.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot harder with those long
I get it's
arms,
harder. Yeah, it's harder because you have so much more mass and so much farther you have to move.
but
But
still,
like, come on,
come on.
you got to be able to do one push up. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, what I just feel bad because like if I had that height, man, I would be locked in. I'd be in the league. There's 23-year-olds with like Super Bowl rings, millions of
Oh,
dollars.
lots of them. Yeah, it's crazy to see. Like now, once we get to our age, like all of almost every college football player is younger than us, and like everybody getting drafted is younger than us.
Yeah, it makes me feel kind of
Like
old. Kind
it
of,
does makes me feel like I'm wasting my life.
yeah, it makes me feel like a bum.
Right? Like these guys have already accomplished more than I'll ever accomplish in my entire life. They've already made more money by 23 than I'll make in my entire life combined.
Exactly, and they're getting paid more in college football too. Like crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
facts. Even like Gunnar Stockton, like Georgia's quarterback, who
Mm,
he wasn't like crazy highly recruited, well, that's not true. He's like number 3 all time in passing yards in the state of Georgia in high school. So like he was a baller. Like he was really fucking good. But he's just like a country kid who drives this like 1990 Ford pickup, and he got a new cow for his birthday.
Cows are
You know,
expensive.
on their farm. Cows are expensive. It's a nice ass gift, but
Who needs whey protein when you have a cow?
you have a whole ass cow, right? You got steaks every day,
Yeah, I
free
mean,
milk.
you gotta choose between the two.
Yeah, you take the milk for a few years and then you get the steaks after, I guess.
Yeah, or you could just like turn it into cheese if you don't drink all the milk.
Facts. Yeah, that's the way to go. Probably make it last longer.
Yeah, or you could just boil it, turn it into whey.
Make your own whey protein. That'd be dope.
Exactly. Return the lawnmower.
Say what?
Return the lawnmower.
Return the lawnmower.
Yeah,
What does
it's
that
gonna.
mean?
The cow's gonna eat the grass.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. Facts. You probably need a lot of cows. Like, I wonder how many cows you would need to keep like the property the size of your house maintained.
I feel like just one.
Just one you think would be enough to eat all of that?
Well, I know nothing about cows, but like maybe
Me
one or
neither,
two.
but I feel like that's a lot of area. But then again, that's like their food source for like a month at a time, right? So
Yeah.
like how if you mow the lawn like once a month or something like that, they only have to eat it once a month. Maybe,
Mhm.
maybe it's possible.
I would probably need like fences and stuff. Like keep them in one area and then you put them in the other area the next week or the next day or whatever.
That's true. Yeah, make sure they don't just eat the same spots over and over again.
Yeah.
Goats are really good for that too. Like there's actually a service my mom heard about where people that have like ivy, like if your yard is like overrun with ivy or kudzu or something,
Mhm.
they'll bring their herd of goats over and let them loose in your backyard for like a day or two, and they'll eat all the ivy within like a few days.
I heard that they're not so good for grass because they won't bend down as far. They'll get anything that's like closer to their mouth where they don't have to bend down. So they'll probably eat all of the
Oh, interesting.
flowers and stuff first before they touch the
But not the
grass.
grass.
Yeah, they'll fuck up everything they're not supposed to first.
Hey man, I can't blame them. They're working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
I'd probably do the same shit
Mhm.
if I was a goat. Kudzu would be good though if it's like growing up trees and stuff, and then they pull up like the whole vine and eat all of that like all at once.
Yeah, kudzu's invasive.
Oh my god, yeah. There's so many places like the one that comes to mind is like Johnson Ferry when you're going over the river.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you like go past Willie's and keep going down Johnson Ferry and you go over the river, that
Mhm.
whole hillside is completely covered in kudzu.
They
Like
need
that's
some
none of that
goats.
is
That's what they
there.
need.
Get mountain goats up there. Yeah, for
Oh
real.
yeah.
No way. It is crazy. But like none of our landscape is supposed to look like that. And it's just so commonplace now. But it's totally unnatural.
Yeah, it's the new natural now. That's why Australia is so bananas about not bringing any dirt or fruits or anything into their country.
Also, they don't introduce invasive species.
Yeah, like they already have like a pretty sequestered ecosystem. It's like a big
That's a good
island.
point. Right, because they for thousands of years they never would have had any contamination. That's a good point. They would have to be extra careful.
Is it like a continent too and a country?
I believe it is considered a continent, though nowadays they usually call it Oceania,
Oh, so like
and
there's like New
include
Zealand.
yeah, New Zealand and then like Fiji and Samoa and all the smaller islands as well.
Yeah, that makes
Those are
sense.
all part of Oceania,
Yeah.
but it is considered kind of. I mean, the point of a continent is like one big continuous landmass, so like the islands shouldn't really count as part of a continent, but maybe it's just like the region of Oceania. I don't really know how they classify it, if it's a region or a continent or what.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Can Google it.
You want to Google what do I even Google?
Oceania.
W700.
What is Oceania? Oceania is a vast, diverse geographical region that encompasses the islands of the Central and South Pacific Ocean, including Australasia.
Melanesia, Micronesia, Polynesia sits at roughly 52 million people,
Wow.
with 3/4 of the population in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah,
Hawaii is technically part of that. That's interesting.
yeah, Hawaii is pretty far. Makes you think.
Yeah,
That's why
well, it
Japan
really
can't
does.
get it.
It's closer to Japan than it is to the U.S., I think. Well, looking at it on the map, I don't think it is closer to the U.S., but it's still pretty fucking far away. Well, like when you look at a globe or when you look at the flat map at a map projection, especially the Mercator projection that we're used to, where it centers on the Atlantic Ocean and it splits the Pacific in two. You don't realize how big the Pacific Ocean is, but the Pacific Ocean is literally like half the planet.
Yeah, it's ginormous.
Like when you look at it on a globe, you realize it's literally half of the world is the Pacific Ocean. Like there's places where you can stand, and if you drew a line straight through the center of the ocean, like through the center of the Earth, like straight through the diameter, it would still be in the Pacific Ocean on both sides, which is nuts.
Yeah,
Because on a flat map, it so doesn't look like that. It looks like it's small. It looks like it's pretty small compared to the Atlantic.
there's a good bit of distortions that go on with maps. Like the equator countries look bigger, and then the polar countries look smaller. Or no, I think it's the other way around.
It's the polar countries look bigger
Yeah.
because like if you look on the Mercator projection, Greenland and Africa look like they're about the same, but actually Africa is like 20 times bigger than Greenland.
Mhm.
And like Europe is tiny. Like Europe can fit inside the US like twice, but because it's right in the middle of the map, it looks much bigger. Or no, because it's to the north, because they put it in the north. That's what it is. Yeah, they put it farther to the north than it really is, and that makes it look bigger. That's crazy. They totally just rigged this shit.
Yeah, I think the craziest thing is that like the countries on top are European, but like in reality, when you like, they're on the bottom of the world, of the globe.
Yeah, they could be. There's no reason that the north has to be the north. Like the Arctic could be the south. If we wanted it to, we could totally just flip
No,
it
that's how it
around.
is. Like you see, like astronauts that come back, like all the photos that get released, they get flipped. But like North America is on the bottom part of the world when you look at it.
Well, I mean, not like there really isn't a proper orientation of it. Like it just depends on how, I guess, from the vantage point of the space station, it might be.
Mhm.
But like, there's no up or down in space, right? Like when you're in space, you could flip yourself upside down and you turn yourself 180 degrees. You could still be right side up,
Yeah.
right? Like when you're on the surface of the Earth, down is towards the center. Like down isn't north, south, east, or west. It's towards the center. When you're in
Mhm.
space, there's north, south, east, or west, but there's no down because there's no center for you to be orienting yourself around.
I
So
guess you could
there's
like
nothing.
you could orient it by the tilt of the Earth and what you would call uh summer and winter.
Well, that is a good point. Like the Earth does rotate around its axis, so
Yeah,
that sort of does determine up and down for
there's a
the
tilt.
Earth.
Yeah, and on the Earth. So
That's a good point. So you couldn't just like turn it 90 degrees and be like,
yeah,
this is,
the Earth
it
isn't
doesn't,
exactly straight up and down. It's tilted.
no, it's quite tilted. It's like 17 degrees. It's quite a bit actually. That's another interesting
So I guess
thing
my
you don't
point
really think
stands.
about. Yeah, I mean it's that's fair to say. It's really is they just put Europe at the top because the Europeans made the maps and they wanted to seem important, so they put it farther north.
Yeah, they
You know,
spent.
like the top is the best, and then Africa, lowly Africa is at the bottom.
Yeah,
And again, they make it so that like Greenland and Canada look like they're the same size as
H2EZVZAGL
Africa,
kick.
when in fact Greenland is like 1/20th the size of Africa. That's a dirty trick. But there's no perfect map projection. It's actually really interesting, the science of making map projections, because you can't map a 3D sphere to a 2D plane. It's not possible to do it perfectly.
yeah.
So
I think the globe is the best, but
the globe is objectively the best because the globe is how it actually looks. Any flat map is going to be incorrect. You can't preserve the shape and the size. Like the flat map preserves the shape. The reason why the Mercator projection in particular is the one that's used ubiquitously is because it preserves direction correctly. It preserves everything, like if you draw a straight line at a 90-degree angle, like parallel to the bottom of the map, uh that's actually the same as walking in a straight line on the surface of the globe, if that makes sense.
yeah, that makes
Right?
sense. Hmm.
Like if I were to draw a straight line 100 miles out from Atlanta on the Mercator projection, and then I walked on that straight line, I would actually end up 100 miles due whatever direct, like due east.
Hmm.
Uh, so it's really useful for navigation. Like it makes it really easy when you're out in the sea to be like, I'm leaving from here and I'm trying to get to here, so I just have to set a course of 37 degrees south by southwest and goes in a straight line and I'll get there. Uh, and other map projections don't, like, there's some that preserve the relative size of countries better, but it sacrifices that perfect straightness. Where if you were to go in what appears to be a straight line on that map, it would actually take you to a different place than it seems like it should. If that makes sense. I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense, and that's why
Okay.
we use it because it's the best for navigation, and then it's the most useful, and then that's the one that stuck around.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the most useful for, like, why did we make maps back in the day? So you could get places. Like
Exactly.
nowadays, people don't really use maps to get around. We all have GPS. Like we don't really
It's
need
a
an
map.
actual map. It is a map, but like it's not, it's more like it lays out, like it does the mapping for you, basically. Like back in the day, you had to actually get a map and be like, if I want to get from here to here, I have to go 10,000 paces in this direction and then get up my compass and turn 36 degrees to the west. Like
Compasses, man.
nowadays, you don't. Say
Yeah,
what?
compasses. You used to need that stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then you're
you couldn't.
totally fucked. Like if you walk past something with like a magnetic pulse, it fucks up your compass.
Right? How much stuff had magnetic pulses back then, though? There wasn't any electronics.
I
I
don't
guess there
know.
could be like
Rocks or
big, like,
whatever.
yeah, like Stone Mountain, I think has a magnetic pull because there's iron inside of it or whatever. So,
Hmm.
or places like volcanoes. Volcanoes have electromagnetic fields because there's molten metal like churning around inside of it. Same reason why the Earth has a magnetic field in the first place is because it's molten metal in the core that's being heated and swirling around.
Hot.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess that's a good talk. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good talk, but I'm getting a little tired.
I'm getting tired. I'm always down to just yap. So
I think the conversation though is reaching like a natural conclusion.
I think so. I'm getting tired too. My face is starting to hurt from talking, so
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
that's a sign it's time for sleep.
Yeah. So your CPAP machine was spewing water. You get that figured out
I think so. Yeah.
before you
It.
drown yourself.
Yeah. Right. It is really annoying. Sometimes the water. Well, there's two things. The water sometimes leaks out of the container,
Mm.
but also when I first started using it, the automatic settings, there's temperature and humidity settings, and it was all jacked up to where it was really cold and really low humidity, which was causing condensation. So because the room was cold and the air in there was warmer, it was causing condensation inside of the hose, and that was making water drip into my nose and make like a sucking sound
Mm.
when I was every time I breathed in, and that was extremely annoying. That woke me up in the middle of the night, like a few nights in a row. So I was like, okay, I have to fucking put an end to this.
Yeah,
But once I
you're
figured that out,
basically breathing through a straw.
basically, yeah, it's like, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Or trying to breathe through a fire hose or something.
Yeah.
Like it's and the noise was, it was like a popping sound. Like it was really not fun. So,
Sounds
but now
annoying.
that I got that figured out, it's, yeah, it's honestly, when it works properly, it's really not that bad. Like I really hardly even notice it. Uh, when it works properly, when it gets messed up, it can be really fucking irritating.
Yeah, you'll get it figured out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've pretty much got it figured out now. You should try. You should see if you can try one. If you snore, I mean, you never, you might not
Who
realize how
knows?
much
Maybe
it's
I don't need
impacting.
it anymore. I haven't smoked in like 5 months.
It could make a difference, but sometimes people just need it. It's, there's really no. I don't smoke heavy like that either. I mean, I guess I used to, but when I went to the pulmonologist, I bragged about this before, but when I went to the pulmonologist, he told me I have the lungs of an Olympic athlete.
Yeah.
He said I was quite possibly the healthiest person that had ever come into his office. So
I feel like people usually only go when there's problems, though. Like,
that's the thing. Yeah. Like the guy that was, I remember my x-ray, the guy doing my x-ray was like, he was, oh, how you doing? And I was like, I think I'm doing pretty well. And he was like, well, if you're in here, you can't be doing that well.
yeah, they definitely
Like,
only see the worst of the worst. They don't see le creme de crop.
pretty much. They don't see healthy people generally. But I was just like, everyone in my family has asthma and I've never really been properly checked out for it. So I just want to see if I actually have asthma or not. Uh, because I felt like playing rugby in college that I was out of shape, but I also felt like I was just getting out of breath like much faster than other people,
Mm.
even though I should have the same fitness level. Like we've been doing all the same fitness stuff. And I don't feel tired, but it's like I couldn't breathe fast enough. But I think what it is, we've talked about this before too, that like the muscles that you use to breathe have to be conditioned too.
Yep,
And
yep.
if you don't train to where you get your breathing up, like you can get your heart rate up to like 170, but if you're not getting to where you're like actually panting, like you don't train those muscles that you need to breathe quickly and forcefully like that. And that can make you out of breath. That can give you the feeling of having asthma when you
Yeah,
really
it's
don't have
crazy.
it.
Like, I could jog for like 6 minutes, around 160, 170 heart rate, but compared to like a 20-second sprint, and then you were like panting.
Yeah, right. Well, it totally, it can be different. It's aerobic versus anaerobic. Like when you're sprinting, your body doesn't have time to process energy the way it wants to. So it burns oxygen much less efficiently, but it's faster.
Mm.
You should look into that if you don't know the like the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration at the cellular level. I'm too tired and not entirely informed on it to explain it properly, but
Yeah,
it's really interesting.
think I've seen a little bit about it, but yeah.
You should check it out because it's a whole different system. Like it's literally your body is processing energy and using oxygen differently when you're doing like long, low level cardio versus like that intense short bursts. Like people think it's all just cardio, but it's really two different systems entirely.
Yeah, you gotta train both. I definitely don't do enough sprints.
Oh, me neither. I haven't done sprints in
I feel
a
like
long
there's
time.
nothing that can really replicate sprints. Even like heavy ropes, like you see the people swinging the battle ropes,
Uh,
I don't think that's the same as like actual sprinting.
Probably not. I'm sure it's good for you, but I think sprinting is probably the gold standard.
Yeah, like even in 400-meter, like that's not even full sprinting because they got to go like 95% at some part of the way.
Right. The last 100 meters, I think you're pretty much sprinting, like, with whatever you've got left in the tank at that point.
But I've heard like they usually kind of coast a little bit like around the corner and then they sprint like the 100-meter straights.
Interesting. I guess you conserve your energy around the corners.
Yeah, and like I guess it's harder because you're not going exactly straight.
I could see that being difficult. Yeah. I mean, I've not run. The only time I ever actually ran a real track event was when we did the big man relay.
I mean, think about
Uh,
Usain Bolt. Like he only did 100 and 200. Like he was a specialist for sprinting.
uh, and yeah, then like that's a good example of it because obviously Usain Bolt is in incredible shape, but like if he had to run like a 10K, he'd probably be gassed in like 10 minutes
Yeah, he
because
wouldn't
he
be
just
running. Like he'd get the lead very quick, but you can't keep that pace. He would probably pace himself. He's tall. He could probably just walk a 10K.
he probably could just he probably I don't know. I don't think he would be gassed, but like I don't think it would be like a breeze for him to run a 10K in like a competitive time with other runners.
Yeah, he would definitely have to train for it. Otherwise, I feel
I
like he
think
would
he
get
would.
full of lactic acid or something.
I think so cuz yeah, he's not used to aerobic respiration. His body is insanely trained for
Sprinters
anaerobic
are like
respiration.
super muscular, and then endurance runners are like lean, and because you have to keep all your muscle oxygenated, so like more muscle is like detrimental.
Mhm. It is. It's an interesting thing. Yeah. That's a big thing in rugby. Rugby is such a cardio intensive sport and it uses both aerobic and anaerobic. That like a lot of times big like meathead guys can't really play like they're great and they're really physical and hard hitting, but they can only play like 30 or 40 minutes and then they're just dead. And it's not that they're not fit, like they're obviously really fit, but it's just because they have so much muscle, it just depletes their cardio so quickly. They get lactic acid out the wazoo within 30 minutes and then they're done.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough sport. But yeah, sprinting.
Yeah. And that's the case in any like I don't know. Rugby is kind of is probably the best combination of both aerobic and anaerobic.
I guess in the
Because
scrum, but like I feel like it's kind of more like soccer where it's like a really fast jog and then some sprinting.
well, there's that, but then you also have to tackle. You have to ruck the scrums. There's a lot of like almost like weightlifting type of stuff or like
Mhm.
wrestling. Like every tackle that's made, there's like a little mini wrestling match over top of it, like fighting for the ball. Basically, it's more complicated than that, but that's the best way to explain it simply. And as you know, wrestling is all anaerobic. Like it'd be like running. Imagine like fast jog for a minute, and then like 15 seconds of all out wrestling match, and then you do that for like 40 minutes straight. Not 40 minutes straight. There are a lot of breaks. Like that's the saving grace of rugby is you do get a lot of breaks. There's a lot of time where the ball isn't in play. Like in an 80-minute professional rugby game, there's only like 45 to 50 minutes of actual like ball and play time.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
it's almost half of it is technically rest.
In a 4-hour football game, there's only like 60 minutes.
If that even, there's probably like 30 minutes of like actual like live ball in
Oh, true,
football.
yeah, because if you run the ball, then the clock's still ticking. So maybe even less, 20 to 30 minutes.
Might be even less than 30
Well, let's
minutes. Yeah,
think.
I
So
don't know.
200 plays, 6 seconds of play. Right, so 1200 seconds.
What is that? That's 60 seconds to a minute, 600. That's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, only 20 minutes is crazy. And then you're only on the field for half of that. So
Yeah.
if you're only play offense, you only play about 10 minutes of actual football.
10 minutes in a like 3 hour, 4 hour span if you're an NFL player.
That's insane. Well, that's why football really isn't about fitness. Football is about like football is almost more similar to like Olympic weightlifting or something where it's like you have to perform at your absolute best a few times. And
A
that's
hundred,
really what it's about.
100 times maybe.
Maybe, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Like certain positions, like the quarterback, obviously quarterbacks have to perform at their best on every play. But like a wide receiver, how many passes are you catching in a game? Like an incredible game for a wide receiver is 10 catches. Other than that, like they block and they run downfield and they, try to get the defenders to cover them and then the ball's thrown to somebody else. But
O-line needs to
like they
perform every play, but like if your D lineman's taking it easy that play, then like it's easy on you too.
yeah, on certain plays you're not,
And then D
it's not
line, I
always
guess,
all
like unless
ball.
they're scheming for you specifically, like you're less likely to get exposed. You can just chill.
Sure. It's true. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I feel like it's how many times can you give max effort and still do it perfectly? Like, I don't know. I'm trying
100
to,
times, I guess,
100 times is a lot.
in
I'm
three
trying to put it,
hours.
I don't exactly know how I'm trying to put it. It's just like a display of skill more than anything. It's about maximum skill more than it is about maximum athleticism. It's like you have to be really good at this particular task, which is athletic. Like it involves being really well trained and being able to run, jump, lift, all of that. But it's more about doing it right and doing it uh, successfully, for lack of a better word.
Mm.
Doing it with proper technique than it is like being just raw strength or raw speed or raw endurance. And that's not really the case in a lot of other sports. I feel like soccer in particular, like soccer, what are the skills in soccer?
You
You
need a
got
lot
you
of
got to be
foot
really good.
skills.
Yeah, they have a lot of ball handling skills for sure, but
Those
it's kind of just
Europeans,
general
definitely ball handlers.
ball fondlers more like. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know,
gotta
maybe
kick the
that's not
ball the right way, and then I guess you gotta read like the defense and choose how to run and when to pass and all that technical stuff. And you gotta be able to
the
pass
strategy is
too
there
and
for sure.
kick, but some of that's muscle memory. But yeah, I guess performing ping pong.
Yeah,
I feel
ping
like
pong is yeah, racket sports in general is obviously you do have to be like we know you got to be in good shape to play high level table tennis. You have to be in very good shape, but
I think you
that's
just need to
just like
be
the
fast.
theoretical.
Like the top people are all skinny because you need to bounce around fast enough. But like you could be 2,000 and probably like outright too if we were just skilled enough.
Yeah, probably our weight for sure. I mean, they do have a lot of muscle. Like if you look at Fan Zhendong or Ma Long, like the Chinese players in particular, they're pretty built, and the LeBron brothers, like they have crazy like thigh muscles and calf
That's
muscles.
because I saw like a video and like when you're brushing bottom spin, the counter at top
Uh,
spin, you gotta use your legs to generate that brush. So you like squat down into your stance and then you explode out of your squat stance, your split squat stance.
okay, yeah, yeah, sure, that makes sense. That's a good way to think about it. I think pushing up through it, right?
Yeah, I gotta find that video to show you, but there's plenty of videos that show you you get into your squat stance, your split squat stance, and then you get down a little bit and you lift up.
Yeah, that low to high. I mean, that's where you get the brush, right? That's where you get the top spin.
Yeah, it's like, a lot better than just using your arm to get it. Like you can get it with your arm, but it's gonna be a lot weaker. And then at that level, you'll just get exposed. And then they do that
At that
hundreds
level,
of
sure,
times.
yeah. At that level, those guys have to be. Oh man, they have like. But then the fitness comes in because a 7 game match could take an hour, and you're playing like a few hundred points back to back to back with barely any rest.
I
So you got to
guess
be pretty
I don't
like
really watch. I haven't seen many, but I feel like you get some time in between. But I think like
you get some.
what were you saying, like 2 minutes a game? We're talking about
You get
at the
you
highest
get
level.
you get every 6 points you get the 30-second towel break. So that's something. And then you get a minute in between each game. And then each player also gets a 1 minute timeout that they can use whenever they want. So, but they really push the pace. Like certain players slow it down, but
Mhm.
players like the LeBrun brothers and Truls Morgard are known for pushing the pace. They're known for as soon as they get the ball, they serve, and they intentionally don't let their opponent rest and strategize and think about what they're going to do.
It's mentally
I think
draining.
that's,
It's just the
oh, for
hardest part
sure.
for us.
I mean, I can't imagine the mental drain of playing at that level. Like, it's mentally draining for us, and we're not doing like 1/100th the amount of like calculation and strategizing
The
and
ball is
depth of
going that
knowledge that
much
it is.
faster too. Like that's gonna burn your
Mhm.
synapses. So
It's a good point. Yeah, and so much more spin.
now I'm excited.
It's so much less predictable.
I'm excited for tomorrow now. I'm hype.
Nah, yeah, hopefully we'll make it work. I mean, I guess I could just come anyway. I guess I could. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm not doing anything. I just finished my 4 week class, so I'm
Word.
doing nothing
Okay.
really.
I'm trying to think. I can't do Tuesday or Wednesday. So if not tomorrow, we'd have to do Thursday, I think.
If you come tomorrow, we can do Thursday too. Get 2 days in.
I need to. I should. I need to work the other days. So
You can still work tomorrow.
not really.
It's not valuable after 8 o'clock.
Not yeah. Not on a weeknight. It's pretty much done by then. By like 8:30, it's pretty much finished.
Thursdays though are we'll see. Maybe we can do
We'll
something like pickleball or something Thursday.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll see what Mike wants to do. We'll play it by ear. But if he's down to play table tennis tomorrow, that's definitely what I want to do.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down always. I'm not busy.
Cool. Well, I guess I should get some sleep so I'm not exhausted.
I feel like I'll probably end up being on my phone like another hour or two before I go to bed. Like my schedule is fucked. Maybe I need to
Fair
start
enough.
drinking coffee. I think I had like a late night cup of coffee too, like around 7, which is pretty
Oh,
late
did
for
you?
coffee.
Yeah, 7 is pretty. That would be too late for me. Well, any amount of coffee would be
I
too
don't
late.
know.
It keeps me up for.
I'm a little addict. I like the taste. I don't really feel the effect anymore, but I guess I do, but not super like how after my break.
Right. I think you. Well, yeah. I would say you do feel it even if you don't realize it because it's keeping you up. Like it's having some effect on you. It's just not as potent as it would be. Like you say, if you took a full tolerance break for a month or something.
Yeah, I'll let you go, but I'll probably just be on YouTube for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting tired, so
Yeah, if you can fall
I'll
asleep, that's good.
I think so. I'm kind of, my eyes are kind of drooping on me. Mentally I still feel somewhat awake, but my eyes are getting, your eyes get heavy. It starts to like sting trying to keep your eyes open.
Sometimes like you're able to just go and hit the bed and go straight to sleep, but sometimes like as soon as you hit the bed, like boom, right wide awake.
Yeah, I know. For me, I'll be nodding off like if I'm just laying on the couch or like today after I had brunch with my family and I laid down on the couch after brunch and I was just like, oh my, I could be asleep within 2 minutes if I just close my eyes. So I
Yeah,
tried to fight it, but then eventually like I was just hard passed out on the couch for a while.
that's
So
good. Yeah, you got your sleep in. You needed it.
yeah, I got a decent nap and then I fell asleep for a while at Sarah's house. She was trying to figure out something for like registering for her classes next semester and
That's pretty boring.
it was very boring and she was kind of like not talking to me. She was trying to figure it out and so I just fell asleep on her bed while she was doing that.
That's good.
I
Get your
don't
sleep in while you can.
yeah. I don't think I was asleep for long, but maybe like 20, 30 minutes.
Good power nap.
That's enough. I've found that even if I don't sleep, like even if I don't really fall asleep, if I'm really sleep deprived, just closing my eyes for like 30 minutes makes a huge difference. Like I feel so much better after that.
Yeah.
Even if I know I didn't fall asleep at all. Just resting my eyes and
I think
resting my
tomorrow I
brain.
need to do my 24-hour stay up all night.
Stay up all night.
Yeah, I can't do that
It's not a
today
bad
because we're
idea.
gonna play ping pong tomorrow, so I'm better off
Yeah, you
sleeping
got to get
until
some sleep.
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix my sleep schedule and go to Michigan. We're going in 2 weeks.
Oh,
I guess
nice.
two weeks from yesterday. So when we're up there, John wakes up at the crack of dawn. So
Yeah, you can say hello to Bear for me.
oh, he'll say hello to me. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'll give him y'all's regards. I can send you videos and stuff if you want.
that big chunky boy. Yeah,
He's a big boy.
he sure is. He eats good.
Yeah. If they come down here for Thanksgiving again, you can come over and say hi to him.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
They've been doing that the last couple of years. They've been driving down in the Airstream and staying with us. So
Yeah, we can do some pickleball after or something.
for sure, I think Aunt Marcia plays pickleball.
Yeah, we'll schedule something with Mike too.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I'm not sure if John does, but I'm sure he'd be good at it.
He's
He might be too slow actually.
Yeah, he doesn't really run anymore with his back. He
And
he can't really.
he's got bad knees too, or is it just the back?
I mean, his knees aren't great, but his back is like really bad. He's had multiple back surgeries. His back is really really fucked up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, uh,
One
it's
Y
pretty gnarly.
that's you for extremes.
But
Okay,
that's a
okay,
lifetime of
calm.
physical labor for you.
Yeah, that's painting, but he made his money.
Yeah, well, it's like commercial painting. It's like he's climbing ladders and hanging off the side of houses, and it's pretty backbreaking. It's sometimes it's bending over upside down, painting the bottom side of a deck or something. He's not painting portraits.
Yeah, no, that's rough.
And they do other like general contracting stuff. Like uh once he contracted me out to help him pressure wash this person's deck.
Nice.
So they would do stuff like that, like pressure washing or like staining and finishing decks. That's kind of like painting, but it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Gutter cleaning, things like that. So
A lot of times you do have to pressure wash before a paint job, so makes sense.
yeah, he has the equipment, so he's like, may as well. If someone wants him to pressure wash for an extra $100, he'll do it. It's a good way to make extra money, and like he said a million times, whatever that people miss opportunity because it comes in overalls and looks like work.
Yep. His favorite Ben Franklin quote.
His favorite, yeah, he's always willing to take on extra work if it'll make him a buck. I think that's a good way to be.
God bless him.
He's a cool guy, man. He can be a lot. He can be kind of a dick sometimes, but
He was cool. I liked him.
he's cool and he really is the nicest. He's the sweetest person ever. He's not always the nicest person because he'll rib on you, he'll break your balls, but
He's just another
you
guy like us. I'll break your balls too.
yeah, definitely.
It's just another one of the
Definitely.
boys.
For sure. He's like the ultimate like bro, I feel like, he like he takes it to like the extreme. But he grew up with four brothers, I think. So that he
Yeah,
kind of
checks out.
kind of has that effect on you. Yeah.
Mm.
No, wait, maybe not. I don't remember. I think he has sisters. I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He had cousins though or something. He had people his young kids, boys his age that he grew up with in some capacity. I don't know if it was his brothers or his cousins or what. but they were all out there snowmobiling and fishing and swimming and doing all the outdoor stuff, hunting, everything they would do.
Yeah, that's
If you had
cool.
a,
I never did any hunting, but
yeah, I've only gone hunting with him. We a few years ago we went up for Thanksgiving. We tried to go deer hunting, and we sat out in the fucking deer blind for like 6 hours and didn't see a single deer. It was abysmal.
I'd feel sad though shooting the deer.
I kind of would too. I would be conflicted.
I mean, like if I'm really hungry and I need it, then yeah, that's something different. But like,
Um, you're doing it just like you can go buy the meat at the supermarket. You're doing it just because you want to kill it yourself.
hmm and then
But it also does. No, go ahead.
like the family of the deer comes up to it, and it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
oh, that's fucked up.
yeah, some Bambi type shit.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
That movie is
I
brutal.
didn't like to watch Bambi just because the beginning was so sad.
Yeah, bro, that's so rough.
Or
But like, you know, when you think about it, animals really aren't like that. Like they're not they don't have feelings for each other like that. I don't think deer do. Maybe like domesticated animals like dogs and cats, they might. But deer are wild animals. Like they're not sitting around crying because their mom died. That's just not that's
yeah,
anthropomorphic.
that's Disney for you.
Yeah, we anthropomorphize them because we want to think that they're like us for some reason, but they're not. They don't give a shit. If a baby deer saw its mom die, it would probably be upset because now it doesn't have any way to get food. Like it's only thinking about its survival.
I've
It's
seen
not
some
sentimental
things
about
like
it.
I forgot what animal it was, like a small little mammal type deal. Like maybe it was its partner or something got run over and it was real sad, shaking its body or whatever.
Well, that's sad. Yeah, mammals, I guess. I don't know.
It
A
probably
real
varies a
mammal.
little bit.
Say what?
It varies a little bit probably.
Yeah, but how can you know it's sadness? It might be scared. It might think that that's going to happen to it or something. It might be more like a fear response than like sadness, but
Yeah, hard to tell.
I don't know.
Nig 41
We can't
days
really
and
know what
Davis
they're
Johnson
feeling.
Chicken Creator.
But
Okay,
dogs
okay,
do, you know, like
calm.
dogs know when their owner dies or something. Like they're sad about that. Dogs very obviously have emotion. That they pout and cry, you know, like they're you can tell when a dog is sad.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, the I'm sure you've seen the gorilla, the sign language gorilla, Coco,
Mhm.
that when it was depressed, what because its kid died, and then Robin Williams, they got Robin Williams to come talk to the fucking gorilla in sign language,
Mhm.
and it like she cheered the gorilla up, and it was all like happy, and then when they told it that that Robin Williams died years later, it was like it got depressed, and it was like he was good man, like he good person, he funny, I sad.
Yeah, yeah. And then it's hard to tell. It's hard to measure their intelligence like whales or whatever. Like they're supposedly really smart. Like they talk to each other
uh
with their like language. It's supposed to be very sophisticated. Their clicks and whatnot.
yeah, they say dolphins are like every bit as like social, and they probably have a society that's every bit as complex as ours.
But I heard like a lot of deer hunters like they'll just let the deer walk past them. They're just there to watch the deer basically. They won't actually shoot them.
Huh, that's interesting.
They just bring the guns for show. It's like maybe it was just a
Well,
meme. We don't shoot
if you're
them.
going out, well, that's interesting. I mean, if they're just in it to see the wildlife.
Yeah, there's bird watchers and whatnot. Maybe you
Well,
don't want
bird
to tell
watching.
your wife you're like a little sissy bird watcher. But like, oh, another day, no deer.
Yeah, right. After fucking a few weeks of not ever coming back with anything, so we're like, what's really going on here?
There's no deer in the
She's gonna
forest.
start. she's gonna think you're cheating on her.
Maybe.
You're putting together this elaborate charade of going out deer hunting, and you're just going to see your side piece.
I mean, you could do some stuff like Life 360 and then maybe like a live stream camera from your deer hut. You know, you could prove your innocence like that.
You could, yeah, if they were really worried about it, but
Yeah.
they still don't know that maybe you started doing that time because like you set up a contingency plan for if she got wise to you.
Mhm.
Every other time you still could have been cheating. Maybe that was the first time you ever went out there.
Yeah.
You can't prove that all the other times you weren't cheating.
No, you cannot. Maybe you
That's
can.
it.
I think sometimes like your phone tracks your location for like a couple days. Like you might not be
That's
able to
true.
access that data, only police or whatever. But
That is true. Like the Apple Watches, the new Apple Watches do something really cool where they track they're able to track you by GPS even if you're not connected to the internet. So if you go hiking out in the woods, like it's tracking you as soon as you like leave the internet. Like as soon as you go off the beaten path, it's tracking you by GPS. So if you get lost, it can like send a signal out to I don't know how it does it without internet, but it can send the signal out to authorities to like park rangers or whatever and show them where you are, or it can show
satellite
you like
probably like that's how your phone
probably
works
yeah.
with emergency SOS. It uses satellite. Like that's where you can call when you don't even have like no service.
Oh, interesting. But you can still call 911 or something.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Huh? I
probably
didn't know
some
that
areas
stuff.
that you can't. Maybe like caves or like really secluded areas.
I
But
would
maybe
think caves
not. There's
definitely
more
not.
and more
Yeah.
satellites going up every day basically. So I'm
Oh,
sure they have
this
some
oh,
emergency lines you can use.
Elon
Bandwidths.
Musk's like Neuralink thing is amazing. Or not Neuralink, the Starlink. You know about that?
Yeah, yeah.
The,
It's over Russia and Ukraine. It's been used to kill a lot of Russians.
oh, for real?
Yeah, used to let Russia use it too, but they were scared that denying them access would be like an escalation of U.S. involvement. So they let Russia use it for the first couple years, and then they turned it off like last year or something.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was being used for military.
Yeah,
I thought it
so
was just like so hikers can watch Netflix when they're out 20 miles in the woods.
I think it was like originally marketed as like helping like Africans use internet. I remember seeing some of those graphics. It's like Africans and like using laptops or whatever. And then it's
Yeah,
connected to the Starlink.
there's a story of they were doing that as a publicity stunt, like giving the internet to the first time to this like remote African tribe, and within a week, all of the dudes are like addicted to internet porn.
Can't blame them.
All the dudes are just sitting around jerking off 24/7.
They said that happened to like the North Korean soldiers that went to Russia. The Russians would show the
Oh
porn
man,
and then they would get addicted. Just goes to show,
did
you know, stuff's addictive.
that really happen?
Yeah, North Koreans would become lazy and addicted to porn.
It's wild.
Well, you don't have any internet in North Korea.
And then all of a sudden they're just blasted with porn, and that's just yeah, I could see
Porn
it's
and YouTube and
overwhelming.
yeah,
It would be overwhelming. You wouldn't know how to fucking like control yourself with it.
yeah, it's not natural. Like it's very high dopamine releasing.
It's not. Yeah, there's like no in half an hour you can sit down and see more naked women than like even the most sexually promiscuous man like 1,000 years ago was ever able to see in his lifetime.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
It
every
is crazy.
short, tall, dark, pale,
Whatever you
big,
want.
small.
That's true too. The diversity. Yeah, like even the guy who fucked every girl in his town of 1,000 people, even they all probably looked pretty similar. Like
Even
you weren't
Genghis
fucking
Khan, probably like all Asian type, or maybe like
even Genghis Khan. Yeah, facts.
1,000 wives.
He probably got some. He probably got some different shit. He conquered such a vast area. He probably got some different shit going
Yeah, but
on.
I mean, do you think he got like all the different types of Africans? Or
Probably
Native
not.
Americans,
He definitely didn't get Native Americans. You can say that for sure. He never fucked a
Europeans?
Native American.
Caker
He probably
59
fucked some white
says
women. He
that
probably got some
you
legit white
best
women in there.
prices. Kick. Com.
Like there was probably a few that ended up in the Middle East or something. How far did he go? How far towards Europe did Genghis Khan conquer?
I think just like towards the shelf, really. Can
Towards the
go
what?
towards like
Yeah,
the shelf, like Eastern Europe.
yeah. I'm gonna look at the biggest extent of the Mongol Empire. Oh wow, yeah, they were all the way up to Poland,
Oh, yeah.
like up into like all of Ukraine,
Constantinople almost.
Belarus.
They didn't make it quite there, but pretty
Didn't quite
close.
get to Constantinople.
Maybe he got a couple Italian girls, but it's a little past the reach.
Some Romans.
Maybe some Indians, that went up north or whatever.
So what time period was this? This is like 1200, so it's well after the Roman Empire was done. That's crazy. This fucking size of it's just unbelievable.
That's what she said.
Hey, baby, want to see my Mongol Empire?
Yeah.
Okay, so the area Genghis Khan himself controlled during his lifetime was not into Eastern Europe. He only got as far as like the Caspian Sea, it looks like. So he would
Oh,
have
okay,
controlled
yeah.
all of Ukraine. So definitely white people. He would have fucked like Slavic women, but probably not like European.
Chinese, maybe Japanese.
Lots of Chinese, Indian for sure.
Right next to India, basically. So Pakistani, all that Arab.
Right. You could be one of those descendants of Genghis Khan. I
I
imagine
think
they're
it's like
mostly
2% of the population or 1% is like directly related to
something
him.
like that. Yeah, it's a significant proportion of Asian people are directly related to Genghis Khan.
Yeah, at one point it was like 10% of the population of the world or something crazy.
That's so wild. Yeah, one person.
Hmm.
And then think about how many are related to somebody that somebody in his army or somebody that he brought there. Like how many people exist because of Genghis Khan, even if they're not directly related to him.
Hmm.
Mind-boggling that one person could have that much influence.
Hmm. And then in 30 minutes on the internet, you can still see more titties than he ever saw.
Right, right. You can see more variety for sure. Maybe not sheer number, but given enough time over the course of a month, you could see way more than him.
Yeah, maybe
If
like
you spent
10 hours or just straight scrolling, maybe.
yeah, you spend an hour or two a day watching porn, watching a bunch of different videos, you're gonna see more sex than Genghis Khan saw. More different sex acts than Genghis Khan saw in his whole lifetime.
That you could
That's
ever
fucking crazy.
imagine.
Seriously, that's not
Well, you
normal.
gotta
Like
include the props too. Like some of that stuff didn't exist back then.
dildos and stuff.
I'm thinking more like the milking table.
Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, maybe that exists. That's just like a hole in the table, but there's like a
Maybe
bunch
that's
of
a
different
pretty
types of stuff, like the squat aid and like I don't know.
the sawhorse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. The bondage suit.
Yeah,
Pretty sure Genghis Khan never saw a gimp suit.
I'm sure he'd be into it. Like,
That's probably would be right up his alley. Yeah, being
hmm
a conqueror, is pretty sadistic.
I don't know. Maybe he was into that torture stuff.
Wouldn't be surprised. That I really don't. I was talking to Sarah about not exactly torture porn, but like the exploitative nature of porn. That
Hmm.
she thinks that porn, like porn in America and in Western society, is kind of rooted a little bit in like pedophilia almost, that it's like abuse, and so much of it is like barely legal teens, that
Yeah, 18,
like,
like as you get older, it looks more and more like a kid. Like you walk
right.
around the college campuses or like a high school campus, you'll see like, oh, those guys are just like little babies.
For real, like, how did we think we were so grown up? How did we think they were so grown up at 18?
Mhm.
But it's kind of pushing the envelope, right? Like, it's the kind of, so much of porn is about like fucking these young inexperienced and vulnerable women. Like, that's so much of the plot of most pornos is
Yeah.
the whole stepdaughter thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about taking advantage of young and impressionable women, and that's in the plot of the porno, and then that's also what's happening in real life a lot of the time. Is it's young impressionable women that need to make a quick buck and end up basically degrading themselves for a living. uh
It's the only
that's kind of
form of
sad too.
illegal prostitution also, like
Zero
Yeah,
eight
isn't that
three
crazy that it's totally legal to pay for sex as long as you
www.kickball.com.
record it and post it on the internet?
yeah, they should just make it legal at this point. Like there's so many other countries like Germany and Amsterdam and Australia. It's legal a lot of places. You should just make it legal. It'd be safer.
I i agree, they really should. I don't see any reason why prostitution shouldn't be legal. Like, I feel like that's just a holdover of like puritanical thinking and just religious, oh, it's fornication, it's evil, but like, come on, like, who cares?
It's good for the prostitutes, they're not getting beat up by pimps. You can set like a minimum wage or whatever.
True. Yeah, if we had laws about it, like we had actual like code of conduct of how you have to treat your hoes.
And then like you can force people to wear condoms too. Like I think all
Right.
countries have that law. You have to wear a condom.
I mean, if you're you should want to wear a condom with a hooker, like, you don't know where they've been.
I think they might have to get tested like every month or whatever, so they're clean.
They should be able
Like
to
porn stars
provide
too. They gotta do that also. They gotta get tested.
right. I would think it would be required for them to be able to produce a recent STD test to operate legally. Well, there are some legal brothels in Nevada.
Oh, I didn't know that. Let's take a
Yeah,
road trip.
there's only a few.
Let's
Huh?
take
Or
a
make a
road
field
trip.
trip?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Quick
There's
detour
only a
through
few,
Michigan.
right? Well, it's a misconception that prostitution is legal in Las Vegas, and it's not. But in Nevada, prostitution is legal, but something, it's like not within 50 miles of a major population center or something like that.
I think
So,
that it's like that in a lot of countries. That's only in the brothels where it's legal.
right. But these brothels, like, they're not allowed to operate in big cities. They're not allowed to operate in Las Vegas or Reno or other big cities in Nevada. They're only allowed, so they're like basically ranches out in the middle of nowhere, and that's the only thing that's there, is just this fucking prostitution ranch. But they exist. I've read about them. There's a few out there. There's one that's been around since like the 1870s that's still in business.
That's weird. I thought it was like a national law, but I guess it must just be state law.
I think it's just state laws. Yeah, I don't think it's like federally illegal. I mean, it might fall under like sex trafficking purview. If you're there was the famous case of the Mann Act,
No.
the MANN. So it was intentionally written to fuck over the boxer Jack Dempsey, I think was his name, the black boxer who was like beating all the white people. He was the first black heavyweight champion in the world.
Mhm.
So this senator, he was known to be extremely sexually promiscuous and would fuck prostitutes all the time apparently.
Mhm.
So they passed a federal law called the Mann Act, which made it a federal crime to transport a woman over state lines for the purposes of deviant behavior, is what they called it, I think. or immoral behavior, whatever. So it was illegal to for a man to drive across state lines with a woman for the purpose of having sex with her. Uh, and
Yeah.
that technically still is a law on the books in the United States. I believe. I don't think the Mann Act was ever repealed, so that still is a law in the U.S. that it's
Makes sense.
federally illegal. It does. I mean, it was put in place just to screw over these like particular people, but I get, it kind of is probably a good thing to prevent sex trafficking.
Yeah, or you
But
could
also,
just like legalize it and then it'd be a lot safer.
well, yeah, there is a legitimate argument of sex trafficking is bad. Like,
No, it is bad,
but
but like you could,
I feel like it would reduce actual sex trafficking
yeah,
if it was legal and people didn't have to resort to like black market, like, actual pimps, and it could be run like any other business. Then there would be less sex trafficking because you could just do it openly. Like, you wouldn't have to, like, there wouldn't be money in kidnapping young women and forcing them to be prostitutes. There's plenty of people out there that would willingly do it if it was legal and safe. It wouldn't be worth the risk of trying to do it illegally.
I think just pumping the money out of it would be the biggest way to destroy the market.
How do you mean?
Like with the legal alternative, like you maybe it's cheaper for the legal alternative illegal
Oh,
alternative, but you would be pumping the
probably.
money. You make it less profitable, and then the market will just collapse.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, I mean that basically is what happened with weed, right? Like, in places where they've made uh
I think it's just too
marijuana
taxed. Like
recreational.
if it was like cheaper, then more people buy the legal stuff with the regulation. But I think it's just like inherently less dangerous. You're not gonna catch an STD from smoking weed.
True. Yeah, weed for sure. Yeah, there's basically nothing bad that could happen to you from smoking weed.
But I can see
Maybe
it
you
with
freak
other
out.
drugs, like if they legalize like heroin or something, crack,
I can
meth.
see that argument that people would, you know, but I don't know because there's also a lot of like functional addicts out there. Not looking at anybody in particular, but I mean, I'm not a heroin addict.
Well,
Like,
it's just safer. You wouldn't have to worry about your dealer getting laced off or whatever.
that's the big thing. But I also do think like if you could buy heroin at Walmart, a lot of people would start doing heroin that don't do it now, and a lot of people probably would ruin their lives and possibly still die from it. So I don't know if it should be like fully legal. I think decriminalization would be better, like full decriminalization of personal use amounts of drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, nobody should go to prison. Nobody should be a felon for possessing drugs for their own personal use. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, but I think just if the government started selling drugs, they could regulate it, quality control, and then just buying it would be safer, possibly cheaper too.
I think so.
It would
I
destroy the
think so.
illegal markets. Cartels were
If they're
competing against the U.S. government, and then they would
right,
have
if
to
they're
beat
really,
them on price. That would be the only incentive to buy illegal stuff and take the risk of getting laced stuff.
and I don't think there's any way they could do that. I don't think there's any way they could compete price wise. So
The government might try to sell it super expensive, like legal weed is taxed out the ass.
facts, yeah, and people would still buy it because it's still worth it. I think
Yeah, the Michigan stuff was good.
it's very, yeah, it's really good weed. It is a little bit expensive, but it's very good stuff. So can't argue with that. That Mike Tyson weed fucking melts your face off.
Oh yeah, it was good stuff.
Definitely. I think it might be time for sleeping now. We just talked for another like 45 minutes.
Yeah, no, I should have let you go at 4:06.
I appreciate you talking. It's always good to. We always have good conversations, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might clip this, post as a video, be like late night conversation to fall asleep to.
Sure, why not? I mean, we covered a lot of ground, and I'd like to, you know, save it. So sure, cool.
Yeah, it's saved to the stream, you know. We might as well monetize it. Don't do
Basically
anything.
a podcast.
Exactly. If you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Sure, we could do that. We could like play Fortnite and just like talk over it, like talk about the game when we need to, but just
Or I
sort
could
of
just
sort of
like
chat.
I could have the Fortnite gameplay over this conversation too. I can just mute it
Oh, just like
and have
random gameplay. Yeah, we could do
just
that.
have this over the audio. Might be more interesting for like our ADHD folks, but I guess it kind of
People,
messes with like the fall asleep to this conversation part of the video.
that's true. People would be enticed to watch the Fortnite, but there's like every video has Subway Surfers or some shit on it nowadays anyway. So
Oh yeah, you could
every
still fall
podcast,
asleep to it, you know, just turn your
you
phone
don't have
like
to watch.
yeah, you don't have to watch it. Have your phone like on the bed or something. You don't see the light.
That's true, yeah. But I don't know. We might end up talking about Fortnite, like talking about, oh, there's guys over there too much. It would disturb the flow of the conversation. So
Yeah, yeah, that would mess up the flow of the conversation. So it's better like to have uninterrupted conversation over like silenced gameplay.
it's interesting. It's an interesting idea. We definitely could.
And
Yeah,
of course,
if
if I
people
ever
like
make money, I'd give you half, cause you know,
Well, yeah, likewise. I would always divvy it up with anybody else that's in the video. So that's only fair, I think.
only morally fair.
Unless there's only two morally fair ways to do it: is we split everything exactly, or we say we both keep the profits from our own videos, and whoever gets more gets more. But I think it's more fair to split it 50-50.
Seems like luck based. Who gets
That
more
does seem,
views?
yeah.
I mean,
If
there's
we
some
both blew
skill,
up,
you know. Maybe if I make a good thumbnail and uh, the editing part, you know, that's some labor. So like, if it's like
yeah, for sure.
maybe I'll take like an extra $20, which is like a small drop in the bucket. If it's like $1,000, like more
Yeah, we
than
could
that.
go 60-40 or 55-45 or something. Yeah,
I think
sure.
maybe just like I'll probably pay myself like $10, $20 an hour, but I
Like a
wouldn't
flat
count
fee.
that.
Yeah,
Like if it's under $100, like maybe I do like 60-40 type of deal.
I think that's fair. And then if we blew up, if we got to like 1 million subscribers each, at that point, I think we would just say keep your own money, whatever you make, just keep it.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
we got
it'd be
like
less big of a
legit,
deal, you know, if we're both making money and
we're a
money's
long
not
way
an
away
issue.
from that.
Yeah,
We'll cross that bridge when we come
it's
to
good though
it.
to plan for success. That way, when it
Yeah,
happens,
you visualize it,
we're not
right? You,
scared. We know what
you
to
you
do.
talk about it as if it's gonna happen. You speak it into existence.
Yeah, manifestation. It's good.
Exactly. There's something to that.
That's what we're telling you about Fortnite too. You know, you don't want to have bad talk. You want to have some good self-talk about yourself.
Oh,
Like,
you're right.
yeah, we know you're not that good, but it's better not to tell yourself that you're not good. Like, sometimes it's
I should
better
be
to just
confident in
like
my abilities.
not be scared and run away from a gunfight. Like, there's times to retreat, but also there's times to turn around. Like, if you can't run away, you're better off just getting into a gunfight.
Facts. That's one thing I really appreciate about Caleb's style of play is like he can be evasive and he can run away really well. Like he can use the boots and the impulse grenades to get away. But whenever it's just like if he's not like in a 3v1 or like out of ammo or low on health or something, he always pushes. Like if it's just a 1v1 and he thinks he can kill the guy, he always just goes aggro as fuck and tries to get the kill. And I really
It's hard to run
that's the right
away.
way to do
Usually end up
it.
just taking shots in the back.
Yeah, it is true. Unfortunately, sometimes it's better to just stand and deliver.
Yeah, especially if you're out in the open. I'm thinking of that one time where you were in Calamari and you were trying to run away and you got caught on the roof or trying to mantle.
Yeah, like one of our last
That's the
games. Yeah, that
specific
was
time
tough.
I'm thinking of. But
That was tough. That was bad.
yeah, watching Caleb is good. Like you could just
He's
think
really
about
fucking
how good
good.
he is. Think about how to play more like him.
Yeah, he's my role model for real.
And then yeah, I think just a couple small technical stuff that I was talking to you about, like with the crosshairs, like not emptying your whole clip if you're missing,
Yeah,
just to like
the
let
hip
go of the
firing is
trigger
good.
button and re-aim, and then get your start shooting again. And
I'll
then hip
definitely work on
firing
that.
too is
Yeah,
good. I've been
I'll definitely work on that.
doing more hip firing, and then yeah, I think you said you already got an extra kill because of hip firing. Like it's really
I
hard to
think so. Yeah.
ADS while there's like within 5 meters of you. Sniper,
Yeah.
it's usually
Okay.
ADS within like within the 10 to 3 meter range, even with like.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
But I guess within like 3 meters, like you probably want to go hip fire with a shotgun, but you have that 5 to 3 meter range where you could still ADS or hip fire with a shotgun.
Hmm. Yeah, the shotgun I didn't really think about. Yeah, I'll have to practice it with the shotgun for sure. Hip firing.
You can practice it in the
I
lobby before the bus.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I definitely see the merits of doing it with with the SMGs in particular, because you can just
Hmm.
spray so fast. The fire rate is so high that you can really like adjust it quickly
SMG is
and
like
still.
second best or probably the best, depending, like in that close range situation.
Yeah, I think maybe if you're really close, shotgun is probably the way to go. But the SMG does a lot of damage and really, high fast rate at that close, you can kill somebody really quickly.
I had some games where
So
like I was getting some kills like within like the 20 meter range, where it's like okay, that it would feel like that's too far for a shotgun, but with the triple barrel, I was getting some damage and some kills, like
yeah,
and the range you would consider medium. You might want to switch to your assault or your SMG, but with the triple barrel specifically, it's easy. You got some good range on it, so like
hmm.
it's actually farther than you think. And I just kind of learned that by watching Caleb
Oh, I've
play.
noticed. Yeah, I've noticed that the triple barrel actually has a really long range. Like Caleb gets kills from probably 20 meters away with the triple barrel sometimes.
Yeah, so you can do that too, ADS, and shoot 20 meters away with your triple barrel. I'm not sure how effective it is with the other ones, but the focus shotgun, the triple barrel, that one's good. It's got some good range.
Okay, that's definitely something I'll try for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do another one of those 1v1 things soon and practice some of this stuff.
Yeah. And then I guess in the lobby too, you can practice ADSing and shooting people, especially like the people that are running around shooting other people.
Yeah,
Just
just being
practice tracking them with your
chickens with their heads
mouse,
cut off.
and then like if they start getting too far out of your crosshairs and you're not hitting them, then you let go of your
Mhm.
aim and you retrack them,
Okay, yeah,
versus
nice.
like laying out your whole clip. Like that's probably better in like a real life gunfight. Like suppressive fire. There's a lot of rounds that they do just to keep the enemy's head down, but in Fortnite,
Hmm.
you gotta hit your shots.
Yeah, facts. Praying and praying doesn't. In real life, you only have to hit once. In this, you have to hit a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. One bullet hurts a lot in real life.
One bullet is enough to pretty much enough to incapacitate somebody,
Hmm.
almost no matter where they get shot.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think I really do got to go to bed now. I'm getting
Yeah.
delirious.
I've kept you up like another hour. I feel like I could probably be up like another hour or two, but we'll see.
Oh, I've
Alright.
enjoyed it though, dude. It's been great hanging out, but I am really tired, so I'm gonna call it a night.
Alright. Let's call it a night before I keep talking. Peace.
I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, brother.
Good
See you
night.
around.
Peace.
All right.
Alright, with that, let's end the stream. My two loyal viewers. I'm gonna have to call it. Good night, everybody.